Welcome to PiSeas Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to PiSeas Tarot, y'all. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer, and over here at PiSeas Tarot, your business is my business. And let me tell you, today we are going to get into somebody's business, honey. When I tell you Spirit has pulled up a chair, we're about to dive all the way into somebody's business. And ooh, child, this tea is steeping hot and Spirit is ready to serve. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to my guppies swimming early in the light. Good evening to my night owls and international family and my graveyard shift folks. And again, big old fat, warm and fuzzy love to all of my cousins that are joining us from all over the world. Listen, if you are new to the Pisces pod, go ahead and drop a star in the chat. And if you are a returning friend, go ahead and put a fish in the chat. We want to show you some love today, okay? So slide right in, come on into this soul circle. And I want to give a big, fat, warm, juicy welcome to everybody. All of our spiritual family that are arriving at the beach this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here's how we're flowing today, okay? So get comfortable. We're going to start out with a brief energy cleanse, which is a moment to just center ourselves with breath work and sound healing. Then we'll jump on over into the divine insights, and I will share with you all of what Spirit has been telling me this morning. I have a download and an earworm for you guys, okay? Then what we'll do is jump on over to the energy reading, filling out what's bubbling underneath the surface. Then we'll get into the tarot cards. I will validate everything that what Spirit has been sharing. Then I will button this up with a closing thought with some final guidance from me, your girl Mimi, before we swim off. Okay. Now, if you are ready to get into this reading, I want you to go ahead and put your favorite emoji. What is your favorite emoji right now? And drop that in the chat. Good morning, Belinda the Bouncer. Everybody, Belinda the Bouncer is in the building. Go ahead and put your favorite emoji in the chat. All right? Because I'm telling you, it's time for us to get into it. All right? Here we go. All right, y'all. Before we move forward, let's take a minute to ground ourselves and get aligned. We're going to do this 3 times, okay? So we're going to take in a deep breath, hold it, and exhale slowly, all right? This is 1. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to inhale clarity and peace and exhale any tension or distractions. Here we go. Lastly, okay, we're going to breathe in alignment and release anything that we don't need to carry in this moment, okay? Here we go. Beautiful. Now we're here ready to clear up the energy and open up space for Spirit to come in. We're going to do that with the help of our girl Boo Boo right here. All right, here we go. Divine Spirit, we invite you into this space. Wrap us in your protection and your guidance. Surround us with your light and your love. help and allow this reading to be clear and accurate, and most of all, delivered in the highest good of all of those who are involved. May this moment bring insight, clarity, and truth. Thank you. Amen. And I say, all right, now let's shift gears and prepare for a little fun, a lot of truth, and some deep insights. As a gentle reminder, this is a safe and sacred space. Your honesty, openness, and laughter are welcome here. We have all been a fool in love before, so don't worry if today's reading calls you out just a little, okay? Ain't nobody judging you, in other words, all right? We are just here taking up space, being vulnerable, and just sharing our souls and our spirits with one another. And that is like the most beautiful thing that you can do, okay? So if you are ready for spirit to start cooking, go ahead and put those scrambled egg emojis in the chat. And let's get into this message, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Miss Tiffany, for my gift. Welcome, 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 y'all. And here we go. Okay, y'all. Now, every day before we gather, I always take time to tap in and sit quietly with spirit, listen and reflect on the energies that are moving through the collective. And as you may know, sometimes it is a download, sometimes it's a vision, and sometimes it's just a song stuck in my head, which refuses to go away, and that's called an earworm, okay? And that's just spirit's way of nudging to try to get my attention, to share it with you, to get your attention, okay? And here is what I am receiving for today, y'all. Now, I mentioned in the beginning that I had not only a download, but I also have an earworm. And the first thing that Spirit said to me this morning was the word freedom. And he said, how much is your freedom worth? So immediately I said, hold on, pause, Spirit. What do you mean? How much is your freedom worth? Okay. And Spirit said, there is a lot that is at stake. Okay. There is a lot at stake. And so I said, hold on now, pause. Okay. Cause you're just throwing a lot at me right now. You know, you my homeboy, and I'm here listening and I'm ready to do whatever you need me to do. But what do you mean that there is a lot at stake? And Spirit said to me, my child, there is a plan, which is yours. And then there's a divine plan, which is mine. And he said, how much is your freedom worth? We think that we know and have it all down packed and all figured out. You know, you have plan A, B, C, D, E, F, N, G. Okay. But what if I told you that A, B, C, D, E, F, N, G were not the plan that I have for you? Yes, Diamond, I am. Thank you for my gift, Cynthia, Temptress, and somebody else. Diamond, thank you. And yes, I am co-streaming on YouTube too. Yes, I am. So I said, pause for the call, Spirit, because what are you saying? And Spirit said gently, you got to learn how to trust even what you don't understand. Every rejection is redirection. And I know that this is stuff that we know, right? But when it comes to you all at once, you have to encapsulate it as it is, what it is, how it is, okay? And Spirit said so gently, there is a lot at stake, and how much is your freedom worth, okay? Now, I said, okay. As I am listening to all of this coming in, I start to hear Destiny's Child song Free. And I believe we had this as an earworm a while ago. But with this particular time, okay, this was off their final album, Destiny Fulfilled. And I'm hearing the part where Beyonce says, you're steady telling lies. I stirred it past the fire while I kept denying the truth. You always here and there. Finally, I don't care. I'm going to keep it real with you. Ain't no feeling like being free when your mind is made up and your heart is in the right place. Ain't no feeling like being free when you've done all you could but was misunderstood. It's all good. Ain't no feeling like being free. I'm like an eagle set free, and finally I'm looking out for me. Ain't no feeling like being free because my mind is made up and my heart is in the right place. And I said, okay, God, what is this all about this morning? What is this all about? All right. It's a lot at stake. This is about your freedom. And you need to hold on right now and trust that the divine plan is the best plan. Now, whether it's a lyric, a phrase, a feeling, or a spiritual prompt, know that if we landed here, y'all, we have landed here today for a reason. And someone may have needed that reminder. Somebody may have needed that confirmation. And somebody may just be you. Okay. Somebody may just be you. All right. This is about you having that sense of freedom, reclaiming your time, reclaiming your joy, reclaiming your energy space, right? So if you're ready to jump into this reading, y'all, okay, I want you to go ahead and put those tea kettles, because I promise you the tea is steeping and it's time for us to figure out what is Spirit saying to us today. All right, here we go. All right, now let's pour this tea, shall we? Spirit's got something to say, y'all. And when we're talking about energy, it's important to remember that the universe speaks to us in an abundance of ways. It speaks many languages. Sometimes it's through emotions, sometimes it's through patterns, dreams, people, and even silence. And that goes back to what I was just talking about, you guys, learning how to trust the divine plan, the divine timing, and all of those different things. And that is the most difficult part right there, is trusting divine timing when there is silence. You over here talking to God, you praying, you crying, you doing everything but screaming at the moon. And some of you are screaming at the moon, right? And then let me ask you this question, because I feel like I'm telling and I want to inquire. How many of you have had those moments where you have just been fed up? Well, you just have been sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you're over here talking to God. You over here praying. You doing all the things, all the things to release that stress and that tension, only to be met with silence. If you have ever been there before, just put your little church finger up. Your little index finger. Put your church finger up. Good morning, SJ. Thank you for my gift. Thank you, Cynthia, for my gift. And even in those pivotal moments of silence, Spirit is saying for you to be still and listen. Okay. Now, I know I'm doing a whole lot of talking this morning, but these are the messages. Okay. Moving Man says we all have. Yes. And a lot of us get tired. A lot of us feel that resistance. A lot of us feel the tension, right? And it just gets to be too much. But remember what I told you, Spirit said, a lot is at stake, okay? He's not telling you what you need to know or what you want to know. He's telling you what you need to know, okay? And sometimes you don't need to know nothing right now. And that's the nuance of being spiritual. Sometimes it ain't nothing to be said.
Bruh.
All right? Now, what is the overall energy for today, Spirit? Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors, y'all. What you think it is not what it really is. Okay? What you think it is not at all what you thought it was or what you think it is. Okay? And what do you do with what you thought was true? Who am am I talking to this morning? All right. What is the truth that we need to hear right now for our journey? What you thought you had was not what you really had. What you thought you wanted was not what you really wanted. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Okay? I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. This is about you going back to the drawing board. This is about you expanding your horizon, expanding your vision. Going back to what I was saying in the download about there's a lot at stake. It's easy to get frustrated, cave in, quit, want to break down, want to go through these periods of time where it's just like, I don't believe this is crazy. Things are not working for me. Rest in peace to my whole life. But why are you giving up on you and spirit ain't even gave up on you? Why are you caving in and quitting when it's not even time for you to quit? Why are you getting so agitated and so frustrated because things are not working the way you want them to work, but aren't they working out the way they supposed to work, the way that they need to work?
Oh my God.
Stop throwing out the baby with the bathwater, okay? Freedom is at stake. That is a lot to be at stake. Okay, that is a lot to be at stake. But if you know that you fainting and you feel, okay, Miss Davis said, because I feel stuck. Okay, thank you for that. If you feel like you're in a place of being stuck right now, can you put the white flag in the chat right now? Okay. Forrest says, big facts. I have been in my creative energy lately. I have too. Okay. But if you feel like you at the point where you just about to give up, cave in and quit, go ahead and put the white flag. We are surrendering today, y'all. That's it. We are surrendering today because spirit is intentional and spirit is true. That's the one thing that ain't gonna lie to you is your spirit. We are a spiritual being in a human body in a physical body having a human experience. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your morals, your values, and your beliefs are. When you know, you know. And when your spirit is tuned in, turned on, tapped on, and telling you that something ain't right, you got to believe it. What is there left to consider? You trying to hold on to something that it is important for you to let go of. Now, guides of the hidden realms. Before I get to preaching, please tell me what you're trying to tell us. Order in the forest. This is about you cleansing, releasing resentments, and making amends. This is cleansing your heart space, your mental space, okay? Green represents the heart chakra. This is about expansion, fertility, stability, and wealth. This is also about you creating and cleansing space, making room for the things that are supposed to be coming towards you. Because what you think you want is not really what you want. What you thought you needed is not really what you needed. But what you're about to be given, what you're about to manifest is exactly what you need. Okay? It is exactly what you need, when you need it, how you need it, for the season in your life that you are in. Okay? Strength. I lean to you. Make me ready to call on you, even in the most confusing situations, large or small. Lead me. Let me include you. May I lean on your strength, knowing your grace can unravel any dilemma. This is where you got to trust, y'all. Sometimes you have this supernatural power and innate ability that you don't even know that you have. You don't even know that you have it. Okay? It just magically happens. You see it all the time. Things happen in this world where people just have this unforeseen adrenaline rush. That's what the science calls it. But you have this supernatural power to say and do something that you would not otherwise have the ability to even do. And if you think about it, again, you be like, would I do that again? Absolutely not. Was that the wise thing to do? No, it was crazy. But it was spirit motivating and moving and shaping you to do what needs to be done. Okay? And I'm telling you right now that it is time for you to let go. It is time for you to surrender. There is no feeling like being free. Okay? There is no feeling like being free. You think it is no place like home. It's no feeling like being free. Now, how is this showing up? Look, all is fair. I was getting ready to shuffle these cards one more time, and I looked down and I saw all is fair. All is fair. The law of attraction is there. Okay? All is fair. Now, this is about balance. Okay? This is about balance. Now, as we shift, okay, to more personal energies, all right? Because we do focus on the people that you could be dealing with as well, all right? But as we dig into this energy and begin to look at them, okay, I want you to stay focused on what resonates and let the rest float away. If it doesn't feel like yours, don't force it, okay? Don't force it. Observe, okay? Just observe and listen. We might not talk about you today, but I'm sure at some point or another, I may talk about you. All right. So what is the first insight that we have here? Liar. Be careful. Someone is sneaky. Okay. Liar. Be careful. Someone is sneaky. All right. Didn't I just tell y'all what you think you want is not really what you want? What you think you have is not really what you think you have. Didn't I say that when I talked about that smoke and mirror? If you got your ears turned on to what spirit is dropping down, I want you to put the ear in the chat. Just go ahead and put the ear in the chat. Someone misrepresented, lied, betrayed, scandal, did a lot, did too much, okay? Slow down came out. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and be able to navigate life with clarity and ease, okay? Which goes back to what I was talking about when I mentioned the divine plans and when I referenced freedom and there being a lot at stake. And things not working out the way that you think they ought to work out, when you think they ought to work out, how you think they ought to work out, because this is about divine timing and divine planning. Ain't no feeling like being free. Ain't no feeling like being free. You don't like being free, but ain't no feeling like being free. Let me ask you this, and I want you to write this down in the chat. How much is your freedom worth? How much is your freedom worth? Acceptance. Accept others and yourself welcome new opportunities. Okay? How much is your freedom worth? I want you to write that down in the chat. Forrest said his freedom is priceless. I'm trying to tell you. Miss Davis said, you're talking to me. It's important to know how much your freedom is worth. Because you was about to sacrifice and sell your soul for pennies on a dollar. And didn't even know it. You ain't even know it. Ain't that what they say? The kids say, you ain't even know it. Something like that. I don't know the song for real, but I just know it go, you ain't even know it. Memories, missing someone, regression, revisiting the past. So someone is definitely looking back here. Okay, someone is definitely looking back, revisiting old situations. Having a little bit of regret there. What is the T? Y'all might be hearing my stomach growling. My apologies. All right. Okay, that's too much. Too many. We got jackpot, winning, money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. We got groupies that came out. And what is this card that fell on the floor? Bad habits, drugs, addictions, and toxicities. Okay. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Cars is flying everywhere. Unknown callers, stalking, hanging up, unknown numbers. Okay, so you might be getting a lot of unknown callers. I got 2 cards about to fall out. We got red flags here, signs, cheating, deception. And we also have 1111, twin flame, runner, chaser. But guess what's on here? Divine timing, y'all. Didn't I just tell y'all what y'all think y'all want, you don't really want? Check yourself. Look, these cards is flying today. Check yourself. Check yourself. How much is your freedom worth? Moving says, I'm sorry, Miss Davis says we were going to get married. Okay. All right, what is the true emotion here? All right, y'all. I want y'all to start dropping your zodiac signs in the chat. And please don't forget to consider your placements. I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. And even if I don't call you, guess what? Cross watchers, you're still welcome in space. Okay? You ain't got to just shut down. Rejection. This is about being rejected. Okay? So go ahead. Drop those zodiac signs in the chat. Drop those zodiac signs in the chat. Because I want to know whose business we finna get to. Okay. Person A. Person A, you may be seeing a lot of 1111. If you've been seeing a lot of angel numbers, specifically 1111, this is about you experiencing divine timing, which is what we've been talking about all of this time. You are being encouraged today to check yourself, okay? About said divine timing, what you think you want is not what you want, so you're being encouraged to slow down. You're being encouraged to look at the red flags as they are, okay? And you're also being encouraged to learn how to accept things for what they are and for what they're not. How much is your freedom being worth? Okay. What is the price of your freedom? All right. Person B. Okay. And let me say this. Okay. Let me say this. You may be looking back at how things used to be, missing the past. You may be revisiting the past, looking at a lot of old pictures and stuff. But it's time for you to let it go. It's time for you to accept that this is your life the way that it is. It's not a why me. It's not a why me at all. It's now that this is happening to me. Now what? Okay. Now that this has happened to me, now what am I going to do? Now we over here sound like Tyrese. What am I going to do? Okay. Now, person B in this is a liar. Okay. They're being very sneaky, very manipulative. They may have recently come into some unearned money, unexpected money. Okay. They may have gambling problems, but regardless, whatever it is. And the reason why I'm saying gambling problems is because the bad habits card has come up, which talks about rugs, put the D there, addictions and toxicities. Okay. So they may have a gambling problem, but regardless, they have some unexpected money that has come their way. They have unaccounted for attention from a variety set of groupies. Okay. They don't know how to handle the fact that you have rejected them for whatever reason. Okay. It is for whatever reason, okay, that you feel this way or that they feel this way. And now that you have moved around, now that you have blocked this person and start moving on with your life, you may be getting a lot of unknown calls from this person. They're stalking you, hanging up and calling you from a lot of unknown numbers, creating fake social media profiles, just doing the most because they can't handle rejection. This person wants to have their cake and eat it too. All right. Now, drop those zodiac signs in the chat. Because I'm telling you, y'all, we finna figure out whose business we in, okay? If y'all ready to get into it, I want you to go ahead and drop them zodiac signs in the chat and put the drums in the chat because, baby, here we go. Now, the real question is, whose business is this? All right. Person A is coming in as the Knight of Cups in reverse. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Okay. This is about moodiness, disappointment, overactive, and imagination. Okay. Where are all my water signs? Now, let's be clear. Let me also add, this person may have a lot of Libra placements. And this person may also have fire placements in their chart. Okay. So if you or your person has that combination, I want you to go ahead and put the water sign in the chat. Put the water sign in the chat. Put the water sign in the chat. All right. Now, drum roll for person B up in this thing, because we got to figure out who is the person that you're possibly dealing with. Person B is coming in as a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, an air sign. Where are all my air signs? If you or your person is a water or air sign, I want you to go ahead and put the water or the clouds in the chat, y'all. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're coming in as the Eight of Swords. This is negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment, victim mentality, and entrapment, y'all. Okay. Ooh, now y'all know one thing is for sure and two things is for certain, baby. We listen, we don't judge, but we so finna zoom in, evaluate, assess, reflect, talk about you to your face with love, and then we gonna zoom on out. So if y'all ready to zoom in, I want to see those magnifying glasses, magnifying glasses, magnifying glasses. Drop those magnifying glasses in the chat because it is time for us to get into this reading, y'all. Y'all ready? Here we go. All right, y'all. So y'all know in the streets, this is when people say, you know, this is where the rubber meets the road. Where this in my space, okay, when we get into these cards, this is where the energy meets the message. Okay, this is where I button it all up with confirmation, clarity, and maybe even a little bit conviction. If y'all ready for spirit to speak, I want y'all to put the little side eyes in the chat because I feel like he finna speak. Okay, I feel like he finna speak now. What in the world is going on? What's going on in this thing? All right, here we go. What is going on, Spirit, today with my water and air signs? Water and air signs. Let me ask y'all this question. If you resonate with person A, I want you to put an A in the chat. And if you resonate with person B, I want you to put a B in the chat. All right, let's do a roll call. If you feel more aligned with person A's energy, put an A in the chat. And if you feel like you're aligned with person B's energy, put a B in the chat. Don't be shy. Ain't nobody judging you. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. Who is lying? Look at me. I'm over here looking like this. I am not judging you. Trust me. All right. Now, person A, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you are coming in as the Chariot right now. Okay, this is major arcana this morning. This is you going through some type of changes expeditiously, which is where you may also be feeling like there is no place like being free. Like you're recognizing, you're realizing like, you know what? I've been patient. I've been tolerant. I've been long suffering. I have been overly accepting and accommodating of you and all your lies and all your shenanigans, only for me to get to this point where I realize that the juice ain't worth the squeeze. You are taking quick, swift action right now, person A. You have gotten to that point where you're just like, you know what? I'm good. It's nothing that you can offer me. It's nothing that you can do for me. I am clearly disappointed. You are not who you said you were, i.e., the liar. While this ain't happening the way that I want it to happen, it's what needed to happen because it was too much at risk. It was too much at stake for me to continue to go down this path with you, knowing that you weren't going to give me what it was that I was supposed to be given.
Embarrassing.
You had me all over here walking around thinking that I was going to be Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so, that this is the direction that we were going in, only for me to keep seeing all the red flags of you cheating, being deceptive, being manipulative, just being all the things that your mouth said you're not, but your actions are saying that you are. So if you've been seeing all the red flags in this person, I want you to go ahead and put the red flag emoji in the chat. Go ahead and put the little red flag emoji in the chat. Because I feel like you've been seeing all of the signs, which is why Spirit is telling you that you need to take a pause for the cause. Go back. Remember what I said in the earworm. How much is your freedom worth? There is a lot at stake. Slow down and learn how to accept everything for what it is. Because if the moment that you continue to ignore it, you're buying into something that ain't what you think it is. What you think you want is not really what you want. And what you think you need is not really what you think you need. So are you willing to accept that even your worst challenges can become your best opportunities? Or are you going to be so negative and so pessimistic into thinking that another opportunity just brings forth another challenge? Who am I talking to today? Person B, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Coming in today with the, shut the front door. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Justice. Okay, justice. Remember I told you all is fair. Law of attraction. Okay. So funny. I have seen this card many times. I never noticed that little thing here that talks about law of attraction. Let me show it to you. Right here, this little purple box right here, it says law of attraction. With this justice card being here in reverse, everything is coming out against this person right now. And if you notice on both of these cards, every card that's a justice card, there is the scale. And when you look at the scale, what is being weighed here? What is being assessed here? Is your heart heavier or lighter than the feather? When we talk about the heart, you know, we're talking about the condition of your spirit. Is it light or is it heavy and full of darkness? And what's happening is this person thought that they can get away with doing the things that they were doing all of this time. They've been lying, they've been deceitful, they've been manipulative, conniving, moving with ulterior motives and agendas, pretending to be something that they're really not. And one day you woke up, smelled the coffee, got tired of collecting flags in the face like you had 6 flags, just getting slapped in the face with stuff. And you had a wake-up call and a conversation with yourself. And you said, you know what? I'm not going to continue to do this anymore. You ain't nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, a heartbreaker, and I don't want you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the cars, the keys, the dogs, the cats, the birds, and the turtles. I want it all. Okay? I want it all. So what I'm saying in just is that person B is having a meltdown, if I'm being honest. Person B has finally come to the reckoning where all of the negative seeds that they've planted have come home to roost. Not only are they roosting, but they're roasting, and they're not liking the energy that is coming back towards them. Now spirit is confronting them with all of their lies, their deceit, their mischief. They are going through. And that's one of the reasons why they're trying to reach you. They're trying to call to get through. They're trying to apologize. They're trying to remediate. They're trying to reconcile. And it's like, nah, bro. Or girl. Nah. Go on over there with your little groupies. You know, Keisha, Tanisha, Rhanisha, Pam, Sam, and Cam. All of them. Go on over there. Take me out the group chat. Okay? So this person is not liking what life is presenting them. But what I am telling you is Spirit said there is a lot to be at stake. And I'm also telling you that Spirit has said to you today, move out the way, my child, and let me deal with what I need to deal with. Do y'all know what I'm talking about today? If you know what I'm talking about today, I want you to put the raising hand emoji in the chat. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know who I'm talking about, regardless if you person A or person B, I want you to go ahead and raise your hands in the chat because it's time for us to surrender. Now, what is favorable about this connection? Both of y'all are coming in with major arcana this morning. Both of y'all are. Person A, you are shifting and changing how you think and how you feel. And person B is being confronted by their actions and their beliefs and how they've been moving all the time. William says, get out the way and let God work. I'm trying to tell you. Now, y'all shut the mother freaking door. Shut up. Y'all, I'm over here talking to spirit like I'm talking to somebody. Shut up. I'm just kidding, spirit. What is favorable about this situation? This has become so stressful, so intense. With this 9 of Swords, you ain't been able to sleep. You ain't been able to think. This has consumed you so much. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This has consumed you. This has made you feel disillusioned, disempowered, misled. This has made you feel like you have been bamboozled, like the wool has been pulled over your eyes, okay? And now that you are seeing things for what they are, and you're seeing the soul of this person and who they are, while you are greatly disappointed, you over here looking like you ain't half the person that I thought you were.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
You are so overwhelmed with the information, but underwhelmed with the results of what it is telling you. Spirit has been showing you this person through and through. Ain't nothing worse than spirit airing you out. Have y'all ever experienced that before? When you dealing with someone or something and spirit just start airing them out because you walking around here in denial. Every time the sign comes up, every time the smoke signal is drawn, the back signal is made, you over here like,
Completely not true.
So spirit start airing them out. That's why you can't sleep. Because every time you go into sleep, you're waking up with nightmares because spirit is speaking to you through your dreams. How many times you gonna ignore spirit?
Oh my God.
You asked for a sign. He gave you 29 of them. And you keep going straight. How much is your freedom worth? There's a lot here to be at stake. And you too ashamed and too prideful to say I may have made a bad decision or a bad choice by proceeding to move forward with this. And you too prideful to say that. But what do I tell y'all all the time? We all been a fool in love before. And today just may be your turn. Ain't no shame in trying to see where it goes because you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. But here's the thing, my friend. Since you wanted to drive this car like you didn't have no brakes that you could pump at all, guess what spirit just did? Dropped the emergency brake up on you. You won't walk away, so he gonna make you walk away. Okay? Now, what is consequential or problematic about this? So let me ask you this before I go to this next card. What signs do you feel like were being revealed to you that are here to show you and to support you on your journey at this time? Whatever it is, I want you to write that down in the chat right now, okay? Now, what is problematic or consequential about this? We got the Ace of Swords. This is that moment of clarity. This is that moment of clarity. You've been concerned, not knowing what to do with the information, acting like you didn't know your left from your right, acting like you didn't know who you are, acting like you didn't know whose you were, wasn't operating in the authority that God gave you. Over here, not even considering what this means for you. And out of nowhere, things just started to come to you and make clear sense to you. And now that you're here at this moment, dealing with this, Spirit is saying to you that if you don't take said information and remind yourself who you are and accept the fact that this person is a fake, phony, and a fraud, then I don't know what's going to show you that. Can't nobody lie to you better than you lie to yourself. How many ways are you going to continue to lie to yourself just to make up for the difference? Don't you feel empty enough? So my question to you is, what do you really think would happen if you continue to go down this path? Do you really think things are going to improve? Do you really think that things are going to change? And all of a sudden, luck is going to be on your side? No. And that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. What you think you want is not really what you want. It ain't even remotely close to what you even need. It look good. It sound good. But guess what?
Wasn't good.
It wasn't good. It was not good at all. Thank you, Cynthia, for my flowers. I appreciate it. So, what is this trying to teach you? Baby, the devil in reverse. Honey, it is time for you to let go of this unhealthy attachment to this person. This unhealthy attachment. Listen, it's okay to grieve the loss of what you thought it was.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But if you keep on holding on to this person, what exactly is it that you think that you're really holding on to? It's time for you to release. You've been asking yourself why you going through it? You want to know the why? Why does it feel like your world is crumbling? Why does it feel like you're stuck? Why does it feel like nothing is working for you? Because Spirit said it ain't about none of this other stuff. It's about divine timing being at play. What you think you want ain't what you really want. So in the meantime, while you sitting around here waiting, instead of being frustrated at the denial and the delays, it's time for you to get your excitement up. Clean house. Release that resentment. Cleanse. Make amends with yourself. Grieve the loss of the relationship that you thought you had. The vision that you thought you wanted. And prepare yourself to move forward. Going back full circle to the Chariot. You are going places. You are doing things, baby. And you sitting around here waiting for this Mickey Ficky to choose you instead of chasing their unhealthy attachments to a lifestyle that is full of toxins and addictive behaviors. Them groupies. For some reason or another, I just specifically heard social media groupies. So I don't know if this person has a large social media presence. Maybe they make money from doing content. Okay? But regardless, they're not used to being rejected. So now that you've taken that step back, now that you've reflected and assessed and said, you know what, Uno out. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to handle it. Gia, I hope I said that right. She says, clock it. Rena, I hope I said that properly, says, woo! Pamela says, come on now. It's time for you to throw down them last 3 cards in your deck. Okay? Skip, reverse, back to me, skip you, Uno and Uno out. That's what this is trying to teach you. Gia says, I've had 4 dreams about the other woman confronting me in the past 6 months. Let it go. Let it go. What do you need to do to heal? We got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Let go. Let go. It's okay to drop the ball. It's okay to just feel like you have lost sight of the things that you want. It's okay. Grieve. Be sad. It's disappointing. Your feelings are very valid. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be sad. Feel vulnerable. Let it be raw. Maybe even feeling depressed and hurt and all of those other things like that. It's perfectly fine to feel that way. Those feelings are very much so valid. But let me ask you a question. Would you rather have to start all over from scratch with your confidence high, knowing your worth and your value? Or would you rather stay reducing your market value, allowing somebody to stress you out, make you age in dog years, have you looking old around the eyes, you got indigestion, bloating because you're not digesting your food properly, your ankles swelling up, you got high blood pressure pills because they stressing you out? Is that what you want for yourself? And again, I'm not judging you, but you have authority over your life. There is the divine will, and then there is your will and your plan. That's the beauty of life. We can either trust spirit is going to guide and lead us to the exact place at the exact time, and let things happen the exact way that they supposed to happen and unfold, or you gonna do it your way and be in the wrong place at the wrong time dealing with the wrong people. And now you just over here breaking down on the side of the road, trying to figure out, how did you get here? Breaking down, asking God for a sign, asking God for a miracle. You don't even know how to pray no more. You feeling so unheard, unseen, and unfelt. And what I am confirming for you is, while you over here stressing, depressing, running raggedy, calling on all the disciples and all the archangels, your ancestors, your cousin and them, all of them.
Oh my God. My Shayla. My Shayla.
You're doing all of that. And what I'm trying to tell you is it is time for you to let go. It is time for you to trust and believe that you are worth so much more than what you have been settling for. This is almost like walking into your favorite designer, whatever your favorite designer is. Walking into their store. For me, I love me a good Chanel. Oh, Lord. I don't care what y'all saying on TikTok about. I don't give a, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And don't judge me. I'm just playing. But anyway, it's like walking in a Chanel store. Ladies, go with me. You see that double flap, calf skin, jumbo, timeless handbag. Retail price, $12,000. Easy. That was before the tariffs. Let me ask you a question. Do you think you could go in there and negotiate that bag and tell them I only got 11 cents in my pocket, but I want this bag? You think you going to negotiate a $12,000 bag for pennies on the dollar? Them folks will look at you so confused. They will look at you so confused. While you standing there smiling with a, hi, I would love to take home this bag, but I only have 11 cents in my purse. It's a whopping 1 dime and 1 penny. If you like, I will go and get you gladly 10 pennies because pennies are becoming extinct. But I don't care what you say. I prayed about it and the Lord has told me that this is my bag. Them folks will look at you and be like, what? They will look at you like they being punked at first. And they going to be real polite about it. And they going to say, well, ma'am, we take cash, we take credit, and we take debit. Which one would you be willing to sign up for? Pamela said, like, what universe are you from? Hello, I would like to know, what planet do you live on? Because it's warm and fuzzy there. I would like to relocate. It ain't gonna happen. So just like you would never walk in the store with that much tenacity and boldness. Okay, just like you would never do that. Why would you allow this person to walk into your life offering you pennies on the dollar? They got champagne taste with beer money. Okay? Ain't even got the beer money. But they coming around you, wanting you want to suck up all your time, all your attention, all your good AC in the summertime. Burning up your water bill, flushing the toilet with they are taking sheer advantage of you. And if you wouldn't negotiate the sale of a Chanel bag for pennies on the dollar, why would you negotiate your heart and your soul to a person for pennies on the dollar? Marco says she chose her friends over me and never made time for me, and we were in a long distance relationship. Honey, I'm telling you. What are you waiting for? If you were looking for a sign, this is your sign. Ain't nothing weird about you choosing you. Ain't nothing weird about you opening up your eyes and making the decision that this relationship is not worth the effort. It is nothing wrong with you waking up and deciding, I choose to be free. My freedom is at stake. My life is at stake. My future is in stake. What are you offering me? that question just to get clarity. Where do you see this relationship going? Where do you see yourself in the next year? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? They standing there like,
2,000 years later.
It's an unsolved mystery. They can't even tell you because they don't know where they are. They don't know what they're doing with themselves. They're just living. Well, let me rephrase. They're not even living. They're just existing. Don't you want to live and not just merely exist? Don't you want to be celebrated and not just merely tolerated? Don't you want to be accepted for who you are and what you are and appreciate it? Or do you want to continuously sit here and allow somebody to present you the Twilight Zone and got the audacity to get upset with you when you asking key questions because the things that they're saying never added up? If you are thankful that you're waking up and coming out of this fog, coming out of this slump, coming out of this depression, I want you to put the king or the queen in the chat. Because you coming out of that, sis, bro. You coming out of that. So what do you need to do? What do you need to do for your best self and for your highest growth? What do you need to do? The Three of Pentacles. Stop looking at this person to grow with you, to be collaborative with you, to make this a partnership, to make this evolve, because it's not. It's not now, not ever, nor could it ever possibly be. This person is so full of malarkey and shenanigans. It don't make any sense. You can't even love this person from afar, Pamela. You just can't. It's time for you to realize and accept that you got a limit. And I don't care where you work or where you live. All I can tell you is this. Every state just about got a lemon law. You done bought an automobile that ain't half working.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
And all I'm telling you is, you got some rights here. Why you gonna allow this person to drag you? Have you bound and committed to something that ain't working for you? You better learn how to speak up for yourself. This person is showing you who they are. Why are you not believing it?
Crazy?
How many times does it take for you to say, you know what, I'm good. I'm going to head out. How many times does it take for you to do this? And why are you so tolerant of this ill treatment? You need to be looking at that joker like, you know what?
You're ugly, you're skinny, you're shaped funny.
You also need to be like, you know what? You raggedy mother. Put them on notice. You want to be out here in the streets doing you? Cool. You don't want to return my calls when I call you? Cool. You don't want to make time for me? Cool. You don't want to. Cool. You was good at rejecting me and dishing it. Now it's time for you to take it. You didn't want me? You chose these groupies over me? Cool. So now they seeing your energy change and they're confused. They are perplexed. They are in denial. They're delusional. Like I said, what planet do you live on? Because I would like to live there. But they so used to being chased. Ooh, somebody gonna get mad at me. But Spirit told me to tell you, you are not the prize, sir.
What?
This person coming around here with princess energy. You are not the prize. I regret to tell you that you're a gift, though. And I regret to inform you that not all gifts are good gifts.
What more do you want from me?
So I changed my mind. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your energy. I thank you for your consideration. But at this point in time, it's time for me to go. And that was not what they was prepared for you to say or do. And this is why they're not handling this rejection well. This is why they're going above and beyond to try to get your attention. This is why they're stalking you. For some of you, this person has shown up at your job unannounced. They're calling you, playing on your phone, calling you from unknown numbers, specifically using text now. You've blocked them on your phone, and now that you have blocked them on your phone, they are calling you through WhatsApp. And this has gotten so out of control and so egregious. That you're trying to be nice, but your niceness has expired.
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
So now you don't have a choice. Now you don't have a choice at all. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. So let me ask you, you know how when people always say, when a thick get going, well, now that we're here now, sweetheart, what habit, mindset shift, or changes that you will be making to help you, empower you, and help you on your evolution? And I want you to write that down in the chat. What is it that you could be possibly doing that is going to help you put them on notice? I'm not the 1 or the 2, 3 or the 4. You over here thinking that you winning, then win on your own, sir. But I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of guesstimating. I'm tired of trying to figure it out. I know what I want. And what I thought I wanted is not really what I wanted. So it's time for me to trust the universe and know that I am here for a reason. And I'm going to take this L graciously because it's something greater on the other side. You are being guided. You are being protected. You are being shown the right things. Stop rejecting what you keep asking God to give you because you're upset that it didn't come the way that you thought it was going to look. It don't feel the way that you thought it was going to feel. You've been trying to get Spirit on the main line, and here we go. He's showing up like mystical. Here I go. And you like, Spirit, that's you? Look, y'all know I'm extra. He like, here I go. You like, hello, Spirit? Hello? Is that you for real, Spirit? I don't think this the right person.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. disconnected or is no longer in service.
You trying to act like all of a sudden you don't understand the signs that Spirit is giving you. You've been asking for them, and now here they go. And now you want to hang up the phone. Spirit said, get it together. Get it together. Who you gonna trust? Ooh. He said, who you gonna trust more? Them or me? Woo-wee!
Survey said.
You gonna be stupid and all? You gonna be foolish and all? What Mariah say? I was stupid, I was foolish, I was lying to myself.
Stupid.
Listen, can't nobody lie to you better than you. I'm trying to. Glory. All right, let me stop with the shenanigans. So let's clarify this real quick so we can get on out of this business respectfully. All right. So now that you know what's going on, now that you know it is what it is, this ain't changing. What you gonna do? Woo, jeez! Ah! What did I just tell you? Baby, you doing everything you can to hold this together when in reality it needs to fall apart. You holding on for dear life, trying to prevent the inevitable from happening. You trusting this person and yourself more. So Spirit said, okay, I can show you better than I can tell you. What you think you want ain't what you really want. Your happily ever after has been compromised. Your dreams, your aspirations, they're still here. But they're not with the person that you thought that you was going to have all of this great success with. The person you over here envisioning having their kids, being their husband, their wife, you know, taking your trip several times a year and doing all of that. The same person that you think that's going to give this all to you in every which way. Spirit is telling you right now.
I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
Why don't you believe it? Things are happening right now for a reason. Things are coming up for a reason. You're experiencing this pivotal turn in your life right now. And this is causing you the need to surrender and let go. If you want what you think you want, it's time for you to trust Spirit to get what you think you really want to get. Because right now, all you doing is spoon feeding yourself a bowl full of lies and additional bullshit.
The lies. There you go. The lies.
And I hate to tell you, but let me tell you this because they ain't gonna have the audacity to tell you this. Every lie that you bought into, every dream that you cultivated was predicated on a lie. Everything that you thought you wanted.
All a bunch of bullshit.
And it's time for you to have your destiny fulfilled. It's time for you to have that freedom. Let go. Go and chase your happiness. Go and receive the things that Spirit has for you that are going to take you to new levels, to new places, and to do new things. It is time for you to move forward, folks. All the signs are here. Accept that you tried. Accept that, yes, this was a risk. You failed. It didn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out, but ain't no need for you to be over here being angry about it.
Damn you!
It's no reason for that at all. Instead, it's time for you to get your head up high, your back straight, your glow, your flow, your inner being. Get it together. Because you've been asking for all the signs.
God did.
And now that it is here, what are you going to do? Or are you so comfortable in your nonsense and your shenanigans that you just can't let it go? This ain't what you thought it is. It's nothing what you thought it is. And while this may be devastating, while this may be compound complex, while this may be aggravating and disappointing and all of those negative feelings and emotions, accept that for what it is. Because the more you hold on to it and resist it being what it is, the more you're subjecting yourself to misinformation, disinformation, and all kind of falsehoods. And you over here, again, still waiting at the Chanel counter to walk out of here with your $14,000 bag that you got for 11 cents.
Illness.
What you think you're doing? Don't you know they gonna lock the doors? Don't you know them big bodyguards that be walking around in them big black suits? You know, the men in black. You think you want a challenge. That is not the challenge that you want. That ain't what you want. Them ain't the problems you want, and them ain't the problems that you need. And similarly, just like this is happening for you in this instance, in this store, the hypothetical store, that's happening to you in your life right now. What you think you want ain't what you want. You keep saying, I want all the smoke. No, you don't. You don't. Who, child? I don't know who this is for. But let us breathe through these truths together. And if this message is resonating with you, I want you to drop a candle emoji in the chat. Because while I empathize that this is not favorable, this is not ideal, you have a lot left to be desired. All of those negative things that you are experiencing, they are normal.
And it stunk so bad.
I get it. But if you want to take back your light, take back your power, take back your joy, take back everything that the devil has stolen from you, I want you to drop a candle in the chat. And let's get ready to close this out. Here we go. All right, y'all, as we respectfully step out of this business and we land at a potential final outcome, please note that I say potential because free will is always at play. Okay? Spirit can show you the path as we've discussed today, but it is totally up to you to decide whether or not you are going to walk it. So let's see. What is the potential final outcome for this? Really? We got the Five of Swords. Even though I'm telling you what to do, there is a lot of conflict here between you, yourself, your spirit man, and this person. It's a lot of conflict here. You're not going to make this decision lightly, which goes back to why you need to check yourself and slow down. This is a decision that is paining you to make. And the more you're being guided to do something different, you got to have a willingness to want to do something different. But being resistant and holding on when your angels and all of them telling you, showing you, guiding you and directing you, and you sitting over here fighting with spirit. They telling you. All the signs are here. Everything you want and need to see is here. And yet and still you over here like, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? How much agony can this person put you in before you decide that this is a situation that you don't even belong in? Eight of Cups. As you start to get the revelation, because I mean, I'm telling you this now, but it still ain't sinking in. Let's be honest. Y'all over here shocked, flabbergasted, confused and confounded, astonished, unbelievable, inconceivable, incomprehensible. But eventually, you're going to wake up and you're going to smell the coffee. And I'm telling you, it's going to come down to the fact that you're getting tired of playing second fiddle to a bunch of groupies and other women and other things, or men, however this story aligns with you. I'm going to say women because it's women on this card. You're going to wake up and finally smell the coffee and realize I'm worth so much more than this.
Ain't many women's allow their husbands hold to lay up in their house.
And you're going to get the strength to walk away. You're going to get the power to walk away. There's no more illusions. There's no more wool over your eyes. There's no more nothing. It can no longer be hidden from you. It no longer can be hidden from you. Like it is what it is. You over here trying to hold on for dear life when this is the most peace you've had your whole relationship. What you waiting on? Another sign?
Another one.
It's time for you to move. And that's the awakening that you're going to come to. That right there is going to be the revelation that you have. You're just going to snap out of it. You got the Page of Swords. Ain't nothing to talk about. You don't have to make some grandiose announcement or statement. You don't have to do none of that. You want to be all dramatic with all the theatrics like you, Mimi. You want to do all of this just to say bye. You ain't got to send no text message that's 8 pages long when you print it out just to say what you got to say.
You've got mail.
Honey, they ain't reading none of that stuff.
Goodbye.
They not. You over here pouring out your heart and soul hoping for a resolution. And all they gonna do is hit you back with a thumbs up.
What the fuck was that?
You done asked them all these questions. They ignoring your questions. You getting all defensive and upset.
I want you to answer my question.
And what I am telling you is, don't even do that. Let the door close. Let the door close.
Down.
And once you let that door close, you will come to see that they not even coming back. Well, that's not true. They will come back to knock. But my point is when you let the door close, you will be amazed to see they ain't rushing to keep it open either. The door will be completely closed. Completely closed. Well run, completely dry. Like, remember during C-19? And everybody was running to the stove for toilet paper? And y'all rolling up them CVS receipts and putting them on the toilet paper because that's the closest thing you could get? That's where they gonna be at. You can run, but you can't hide. You are going to have to confront this person. So there will be a time where you will be able to articulate and verbalize all of your frustrations, your feelings, and your emotions. And the way you go off on them politely, because I mean, you will go off. But it ain't going to be what you think it is when I say go off. You know how the kids say go off. You going to do all of that. But it ain't going to be the it ain't going to be none of that at all. Instead, they going to call you from that other number again. That's unknown, that they keep switching because you keep blocking them. And you're going to get to the point where you just going to pick up the phone and you going to know it's them. And you going to say, you know what?
Do not come.
And you just going to hang up the phone. That's the notice that they need to leave you alone. Don't be afraid to have that conversation at the most appropriate time, but the time is not now. And that's when their world is going to fall apart with this tower. That's when everything is going to fall apart. Because they were not expecting for you to have the tenacity and the willpower to go through this. They've been using you, mistreating you, doing all this other craziness to you all this time. And you just been sitting there rocking in that chair like Miss Seeley. Watching Albert going to put fire or lighter fluid on the fire. You just sitting there rocking. What did I say in the earworm? You steady telling lies while I stirred the fire? While I kept denying the truth? Once you show up and you walk in that energy of I don't care, I don't need you. You need me, I don't need you. When I wanted you, I couldn't have you. Now that you want me, I don't want you.
Ask Hat.
So what are we going to do? You could cry me a river. You can give all the words that the English language could define, enunciate, and pronounce. But at the end of the day, I don't give a rat's you know what about what you got to say to me.
I just want my baby.
You're going to stand on business. You are going to stand on business, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is what they didn't see coming. They thought that you was just going to be waiting for them to get their skit together. You've been waiting all this time. How much more time do they need? Pamela said, my mother used to say, I can show you better than I can tell you. Oh, yeah, girl. This person might as well be watching a scary movie right now dealing with you, and you know they don't even like scary movies. Here's the thing. I say it all the time, and my guppies know this. The seeds that you plant will produce a harvest. Either it's going to be a weed or it's going to be a flower. But only time will tell the outcome of your actions. So why you walking around here acting like you so shocked, confused, don't understand? You know exactly what you did when you did it and how you did it. And now that those seeds have started to harvest, now that the chickens have come home to roost, now that all those things that you put in motion energetically have come to pass, you think I'm supposed to be crying over you? You think I'm supposed to be wanting to be with you? You think I'm supposed to be scrolling through my phone looking at old pictures and videos of us? Why would you so ever think that? Exclamation point. Times 4. I don't want you and you don't want me. Well, let me rephrase. I don't want you even though you now claim that you want me. It ain't nothing in this world that you can say or do to get that wool over my eyes. The veil has been lifted. I have full clarity, knowledge, and understanding. Keep your wooden stick over there and keep it out my honey pot, trying to confuse me, because it ain't none of that type of magic going on up in here. Nothing is going to change my mind about how I feel about you at this point in time. All is fair in love and war. All is fair. You thought you was gaming me? Huh. But who got the last laugh? Let's take a moment, y'all, to reflect. Does this outcome of this reading feel like what you expected? How is it making you feel? Are you experiencing relief? Are you experiencing excitement? Do you have some hesitation? What feelings do you feel right now? And let's be honest about it. What are you feeling right now? And if you could rewrite the story, how would the ending go for you? How would it go for you? JLN says, I am fully awake. I see right through you and your games. Sir Pops the Third says they weird. I'm sorry. I been knew. That's why I was talking to other people. Elith says, I hope I said that correctly, disappointed because I've been knowing. Pamela says, I do feel relief because you said everything that I went through, and thank you. I hope somebody else, and then the message is cut off. Jalen, I'm assuming that's what that is, says, I am experiencing release, and I feel empowerment, and I am control of how I really feel. Yeah. Like, this is where we are now, sweetheart. We ain't playing no more games. We ain't taking no more prisoners. We ain't doing none of that. And the fact that you think that I'm even going to be here willing to play these games with you is so atrocious.
Makes me like sick to my stomach.
Good luck, princess. Good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. Thank you, Sir Pops, for my flowers. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to PiSeas Tarot with me, your girl, Mimi Lightseer. If you enjoyed today's reading and it moved you, helped you, and called you out, even with a little bit of love, Please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up and drop a comment in the section below and let me know what resonated with you. Remember, this reading is timeless, so you can come back to this link whenever you need a little bit of guidance, perspective, or that spiritual reset. Okay. Now, if you want to do a one-on-one personal reading with me, I am currently booking at PiSeasTarot.com. Do not be shy. Spirit may have a whole lot more to say to you, but let me give you this disclaimer. Okay. And I'm saying this, I'm laughing, but I'm telling the truth. Okay. I would never solicit you for a personal reading.
You are a scammer.
While personal readings are available, please note that bookings are secured based on my availability at PiSeasTarot.com. To prevent any scams, always ensure that you're interacting with official channels to avoid those potential scams. All right? I'm trying to tell you, they out here. They bold. They be coming up in my live with my picture up there, inboxing everybody that's in here talking about, what they be saying? I forgot what they be saying, but oh dear, Spirit told me to tell you, give me your zodiac sign. Can you go get a green dot card from Walmart? Can you cash at me? Let's take this offline and talk on WhatsApp and all of this other stuff. Okay, it's not real. It's not real. It's not me. Okay, I can only tell you that so much. That's why I got these disclaimers going on here. I'm trying to protect your wallet. Don't fall for the okie doke, okay? Now, to my new subscribers, welcome to the pod. Thank you for joining. And to my returning guppies, yes, even you, thank you for being the heartbeat to this space. We have 6 new followers that have joined us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. To the 8 folks who have gifted me not only your time, your talent, but your treasure. I am so grateful and so thankful for you pouring into this space today. Listen, y'all, this is the most important final word I can give y'all. Everyone is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So it is imperative that you are being kind, patient, and gentle with others as much as you are yourself. How people treat you, that is not your business. How you respond, that is where your power lies. So leave a little bit of love everywhere you go, and I will see you next time. Bye.